So since we are back, we have to look at the fact that now you should have 4 documents which are all linked together. So when you share your screen, you should be able to have this, about us, articles, contact us. Now, if you're able to do this, it means you've really come a long way. You really understand what HTML is and how to build websites. Though right now we've not touched on the subject of styling and stuff like that, you've gotten the basics to actually do something. Okay, so without, can I proceed? I only got just one hand up. Who else has been able to also do it? Any question, any challenge? Asamoah David. Yeah, so Elvis is done. Bernard, Delphine, Ellis. I'm not getting any feedback from you guys, so I don't know whether you've been able to do it or not. Or you are now joining back. All right, okay. So with this said, we can proceed. We are going to look at what goes on into the inside. And we said that in our plan, the homepage must have a big image banner. So what banner would that banner must be about our blog anyway. So I could go online back to the website, okay, go to probably Unsplash again, and then search for something like, oh, I hear most of them are going to eat. All right, so search for something like blog banner, maybe. Let's see. Maybe my blog is going to be about cryptocurrency. Let's say something like that. So maybe I could write crypto or programming. Let me say my basics of programming. That's better. That's what we are doing. So I'm going to pick an image that can depict programming. Yep. So I think okay, so maybe let me pick this old man's picture, call it code old. Okay. Now, right now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to drag the image into my folder. Okay. And then now I'm going to create a section. And in the section, I would create an image. And the image will be /code old with a width, or instead of a width, I'll say a height of probably 250 pixels. Sorry, 250. We'll get back to, oh, sorry, you can't see. That's sorry, good. So 250 pixels. Please, can you all see my screen? All right. Okay. So, oh, okay. So I just went back to Splash, picked search for programming, got this image, and I chose to go with the old man over here. All right. And after that, I just dragged the image into my folder here. Okay. And I got, I'm now linking it up as the image source in my in the main. Let me see if I can change this whole color. It looks like the yellow color is not doing justice enough. Okay, so I think this might be cool. Can you all see? Can you all see my screen? Please, some thumbs up would do so that I know that there are people in the chats. Okay, good. All right, so we have 250 alt, I could say old man coding. So let me say old man coding. All right, now let's look at the screen, the web page. And this is what I'm having. I'm having this image here, right? Good. So I have this old man coding. All right, that's my featured image. Good. The next thing is that after that, there should be a featured article. So the featured article could also come with its own image and some small text, okay, and some link, okay. So once again, I can come here and say section. Now, I'm about to show you something new. So please pay attention. Please pay attention. Now, with section, with any element that you can think of. Now, let me put a note here. With any element you can think of in HTML, you can assign an attribute of class or ID. You can assign an attribute of class or ID. Sorry. You can assign an attribute of class or ID. A class helps us to identify common elements that may share similar styles. An ID uniquely identifies an element. An ID uniquely identifies an element, and it can only be used once per element. Classes, so come in. Classes can be used to identify multiple elements. ID is used to identify only a single element. So if we want to identify what this section is, as it being different from what the section above is, I could say ID, and what is going to go here? I could say featured image. And the ID must be unique to one single page at a time. I can't have ID image here and come down here and also say ID image here. That is invalid. That is invalid. It must be just one per element. At the same time, we can also use the ID to navigate around our pages, and we'll see this soon. Okay, so over here, we can say, well, what do we have? I could even say article. I hope you guys are following. Please, if you are following, thumbs up, please. If you are following, thumbs up, thumbs up. Great. If you are following, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, great, Patricia. Yeah, great, Coyote, good. So in the article, I could create, there's a featured image that I want to have. You can do anything you want, and that's what I want you to understand. In here, I could even say, okay, well, I have an H3, and this H3 would be the title of my article, which could be, I could name it like, let's say, becoming a good web developer. Now, then I'll have my paragraph, sorry. So I could have my paragraph. And then in my paragraph, I could write, let me see if I can get some text. Good. I have gotten some text. Good. And then let me see. Good. Okay, that's fine. Now I also want time. Okay, so I can even have another paragraph here. P. And then in that paragraph, what I could write is I could say maybe 21st or 2nd November 2022. Good. Then over here, I can have an image. Now, all these things I'm just doing it right from my head. There is no textbook I'm reading. There is nothing that I'm looking up to. It's just my own preference. So you can also do anything you want, just that make sure that it is in a section rather in a div. Because if it's in a section, the section gives some sort of meaning to what is going on. So you see, a section in this context is a thematic grouping of context. Okay, good. So then now I can go back to my web browser, look for a blog article. So good web developer as an image. What do we have? Let's see if I can get something. Oops, good. Well, good web developer. I have an image here. I'll just do this, copy this. So good web dev. And then I'll drag it back into my text editor. Okay, so yeah, I'll just drag this into my text editor. And then I'll call it ./good web dev. And I'll say width, or I could even say height. Maybe let me do width this time around. I'll say the width is 250 pixels or 250, just like that. So now let's go and look at what we would see, okay? Okay, so I should revert back to the white theme. Oh, yeah, sorry, okay. I thought the yellow, you guys could not see it. I wasn't getting any feedback on it, so that made me. Okay, so I'm changing the theme, okay? So that we can. Good, I hope this is better. Please, if it is better, just give me some info, give me some wave. Great, great, great. Okay, so with this done, let's go and check our web page. Good, let me close some of these stuff. And now what do we see? We see Ralph blog, and then you see it. We have what? Our image, our title, and our small summary, and the date that we published it. In fact, we can even add more. We can come here and add the author to it. We could say date, and I can just add here, written by, written by Ralph. Good, and I will just come back and I have it there. So this is just a featured image. Okay, are we good? Are we good? Please, are we good? All right. Now, let's go back to our plan. It says then there is supposed to be an aside for an advert. So still in the main, I can come here and I can say aside. Okay, aside. And then what can I put over here? I can put anything. It could even just be an image. All right, so I could go again and go and get, in fact, let's try something else. Let's get a video. Okay, all right. So we are coming to pixels because that's one thing we've not looked at. And there is, so we can come here click on videos. And for the videos, we'll look at, let's say, adverts. Let's just see. So we have some small adverts somewhere. Let's see. Good, this might be good. So vid. I'll call it advid. I hope you guys are with me. Oh, I'm alone here. If you are with me, please give me some different emoji. Some emoji that shows that you are with me. Yeah. Okay. Then now, come back to it, to my code. Okay. Good. And then I'll drag the video into it. Okay. Then the same path is the same as like the image. So then I'll say avid video. Then I'll add autoplay. Okay. Let's see. It's been a while I used the video myself. Let's see what is there. All right. So you see, it is playing. That's the video playing down there. You see it, right? It's really huge. It's a very huge video file. So let me just come back again and also use width. And then I'll put 250. Okay. Now the 250 is arbitrary. I'm the one using it. You could use 300 if you want to. I'm having a 15-inch MacBook. If you are having like a 21-inch device and you want to see everything, you could do that. All right. So you can see that's the video playing. There are no controls because it's an advert. I don't want my users to be able to pause or do anything to it. But there are some stuff you can do with a video. Okay. You could add controls. You could say muted. All right. And if there's some audio, it will be muted. So if I come back, you see that the controls are there. You see it, but this video has no music in it. So you see the controls are showing. I hope you guys are learning some stuff. Are we good? Thumbs up if we are good. Okay, that's fine. All right, so with that said, I think we can check our plan and see. And they say list of articles. So the list must also be linked to the articles. So I can come again to another section, and I can call it maybe article. So list of articles. Now there's a shortcut. You don't need to worry your head about it now. Of articles. Okay, and then the list of articles, we could have this articles, article 1. So we will create pages for the various articles. Becoming a good web programmer, how to be a good programmer, how to be a good designer, stuff like that. Okay. So we could have these articles. Now let's check what is there. If you don't understand anything, please put it in the comments. So you can see we have articles, a list of them showing. Are we okay? So we can say we are actually done with our first page. We have our navigation. So if I click on About Us, you don't see anything there. If I go to Home, we have our banner, our featured image. Oh, Elvis. Please, I think we would get back to those things. So then there is also it's quite funny. So then there is also the video. There is a list of articles. Are we good? So the video is just like the image. all you need to do is to put video, download the video, and drop it in here. You can have attribute like autoplay, with controls. I can remove the controls and you won't see the controls again. Please, are we good? Are we good? Please, if we are good, give me thumbs up. Give me thumbs up. All right, all right, all right. So we are done with page 1. Now let's look at page 2. So page 2 says about page, right? So we go to about page. The about page says that it's supposed to have a big image of my company as a banner. So once again, I can come here into the main. Good. And then do something like what? Section. All right. And then I'm going to input in some sort of image, right? Oops. What's going on? Okay. So let's go and check some image. Let's check some image that we can pick up. So all the thing, this exercise is helping us to do everything over and over and over again until we get bored with it, that we know how to create pages. That's how it's all about. So if you are not doing it, you wouldn't really be getting what's going on. All right, good. So unless maybe afterwards. So I can come to images. Yeah, I'm picking the image from Pexels. And then I'm going to maybe something feminine for our ladies. So for our ladies, maybe want a dress. And so our company, so female developer, all right? Let's just be, so let's say developers, happy developers. Let me write something like happy developers. Good, so that everyone is in. That could be a great picture, exactly. So we have this. Okay, now devs. Okay, so once again, for those who have not been following, I'll go back to my text editor, open my download folder, and drag the image into it. Good. Now, at the about section over here, I will say /, and then I'll put devs. Good. And I can say happy developers. Okay. So let's look at it. And then now we are in the home block. I can click on About Us. Oops, it is so big. So what do we do? What do we do? What should we do? Since it's so big, what should we do? Someone should put it in the comment. What should we do? Please, let's be up. Width, decrease the width. It doesn't necessarily need to be 250. I could come here and say width. And then the width, I could put 550. And that would be okay for me. And so I could just hit backwards, and that is it. We have this. Okay, so that's our company. These are us. Okay. Yes, you can also link the picture directly from the place. But the problem with doing that is that what if they change the location? Then that means the picture will be broken. So you can use an HTTP to save the picture, all right. But you need to also be sure that that location is not going to be changed. I hope you understand it. If the location is not going to be changed, you can do that. Like I can copy the link address. Let's try it. and come here, and instead of downloading it, I'll just put it there like this. You see, now if I come back, you see that it is loading, it is trying to fetch it. So it fetched it and it gave it to us. All right, so if you inspect it, you see that now we are serving the picture right from the internet. You are not even serving it from our machines anymore, which is really good. But then what if Pixels as a company collapses or they choose to delete this picture? Once they delete this picture, anyone that visits your website can't have access to the picture. Does it make sense, everybody? Do we all understand it? Great, 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 great. That's good, that's good, that's good. All right, so then the next thing says that we should, so let's go back to our stuff. Okay, so our plan, it says that an H1 as the heading of the page. So we can come here. I can even put it above. But already, so we already have about us. So I don't think it's necessary to repeat the same about us down there. It's not necessary. So we can take this part off. It's not necessary. But then now we need a text about the company. So we could come here. We could come here. So here like this, someone could choose to say, oh, I'll use a div to separate it. Oh, sorry. Come on. Ooh, div. And then I could put my image in there. Then I'll come here and I'll put P. And then maybe I could say Moblog, that's the name of our company. And then you can type Lorem and add a number, maybe, let's say 100. Once you hit enter, it would type in some stuff for you, some gibberish Latin terms for you. Lorem, and then you add a number. You can add any number at all. And it will fetch some text for you. But these days, sometimes you can also go online. So here, you could also write your own. Okay. And then you can get some information in there. So I can copy this several times. I can copy it several times like this. And when we go back and we check it, you will see that we have what? Our text showing. That is about us. Please, do we understand it? Great, great, great. Okay, so it looks like we've gone far, we've done well. So that is it for our about page. Now, we look at the articles page. For the articles page, and I'm not going to do the articles page for you. We are going to turn our attention to the contact page. So the articles page, I'll leave it to you for you to do it. And the contact page too, will start from somewhere and we would halt, and then that will be your assignment. So that as you also go home, as you rest a bit, you can also work on some of them, and through that you will learn a lot as well. Are we good? If we are good, please some thumbs up will do. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up will do, thumbs up will do, thumbs up will do. It will do. It will motivate me to know that people are not sleeping. Okay. 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 All right. So contact page. All right. We have, let's look at the contact page. It says the heading for contact, which is already there. And then there will be a form. Okay, so we come in here. Now for the form, we use this. I'm going to talk about the action, the attributes that are in there. Now, okay, Joseph. So what we'll do is this. There are different attributes, different elements that are used in the form. We have label. Now, mind you, all the attributes in the form are inline elements. All attributes in the form are all elements in the form are inline elements. So for us to put them into block level, we can use a div or a paragraph. So I can have a paragraph. Sorry, the auto completion is too much. So we can have P, and in the, we can have a label. So please, you type label for name. That is the name of the person. Now you will see what the label does. And input. Input is where we are taking the information. So this is a form we are building to take information from people. We'll come to P again. And then we want to take the email. So we'll have label, email. Now this for email connects itself to the ID. So it helps us to be able to tab through using the tab instead of using the mouse. Then we come to message. Now, so you see that over here, the type is what? Is text. Here, the type is what? Email. We have different types. We have date, time, we have color. Okay. So when we are done, here we are not using input, we are using what? Text area. The text area allows us to see, to have a bigger environment to write our message. And you can also take, it can take columns of 30. This controls the shape, how wide or how small the text area must be. Then after that, we have our submit button, which we have to send. Okay. Now, let's look at our page. So I can go to contact us, and there we have our form. If you've been able to achieve this, thumbs up. Let's look at our code. Are we good? If we are good, please, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. If we are good, thumbs up. Please, if we are good, thumbs up. I'm seeing only Elvis. So the labels help us to know exactly what we are trying to tell the customer to do. If we want the visitor of our website to enter a name, then the input type must be a text and the label must be descriptive. If we want the user to enter an email, we need to also let the user be in the know about this, okay? Okay, any question? Should I proceed? Okay. All right, so now we have name, email, and then we have our message, okay? And basically that is all that. So you can see they are all inline level elements. Once again, they are all inline level elements. All right. Now with the form, you see, let's go back to the form and do something. If I write my name, Ralph, my email, and I say hi there, and I hit send. Now watch something at the bar, at the top bar. If I hit send, you see that the information I was sending is here. Can you all see it? If you can see it, thumbs up, please. Yeah, thumbs up. So, but then that is, there are forms. And so let's come here. Let's come to Google. Now let's search for Abigail. Now I search for Abigail. Do you see Abigail also here? Can you see it there? Good. So you see, this is also a form. This is a form. The search button, the search bar you see here is also a form. It takes the input. And normally all forms by default, so let me write it here. All forms by default submit using a method called get request. Now, usually we can do a post, a get, or so let's stick with this for the meantime. We have other ones there, but let's take this one. We do get, sorry, if we are not, we do get request if we are not dealing with sensitive data. For example, search query. However, if we are doing, we are submitting sensitive information through a form, we do what we call, we do a post request. Okay, so every form has a method attribute and an action attribute. Now, forms is a big topic. So here we are just scratching the surface, okay? So over here, I could say method and say post. Now watch again if I post the same information. When I posted using the default, we had this. You can see the message is there. You can see the email is there. So someone can even just take this information. I hope you understand it. Now let me just clean all of these things and then refresh the form again. And then now submit. So hi there. Now before I submit, I would like to click on the, yeah, let me shift it here. Good. Then we can do network. Okay. Now I'm going to send. So if I hit send, you see that they say the page is not working. Contact HTML, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, that's as a result of the fact that it was submitting to a particular page. And that page, hold on. it shouldn't even give us. Good. It's trying to submit it to a particular page, and it's not allowing it to submit it. So this is where the issue of what the action comes to play. Funny enough, it shouldn't have even given us anything, but it's fine. So let me go back, and then you see, it still gives us that. I'm surprised. It shouldn't give us this anyway. I think for some of you, it will not give you any error like this, that the page is not working. It will just have to go through. Okay, so let me see something. Let me see something. I think I may know why. Okay. Good. So because I was running mine on the server, that is why I got that. So pardon me for that. Now so I'm going to show you. Let's look at it here. Please, if you can see, and if you are with me, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It's good. It's good to thumb up. It's good to thumb up. Good. So we have, I'm going to submit. So now I'm going to type in maybe now. Oops. Good. No. We need sources. No. Okay, so I wanted to be able to show you guys the data itself, but I'm unable to do that now. But anyway, let's see. So when I hit send, you see that nothing shows up at this side. If I click over here, no, sorry. Nothing shows at this side, but let's watch something here. You see that there is something called form data in the browser. So the browser is going to pick this data that I send, which is what? My name, my email, and the message. It is known as what? The payload. That is the data itself. And that data is going to be posted to whatever page I want to post it to. Are you with me? Have I lost someone? What we just did was that we built a form. And I've said that with the forms, we have what? A method. And I've explained the method. So the post is normally used for sensitive information, okay? Most web forms, we use post. Unless we are doing some query, a search result or something, then we use the get. Then we post there is another attribute known as what? Action. Now the action is, what are we going to do with the data you are posting? So most of the time we post our information to a particular or we send our form to a particular page. There's a page, a server page that can process the page. That's going to process the data that has been sent. Are you getting it? That is where the action comes in. If you don't add any action, it will post it to the current page itself, just as you are seeing. So when you come here and you type in, let's say, Johnson Brown, and I say Joe Brown at brown.com, and I say, I'm inquiring about loose bills, right? And I hit send. You see, this is the data, Johnson Brown. Everything I typed in here, the browser has captured it in a payload. Now, to be honest with you, if you want to go ahead with this React new modern front-end applications, this is is fundamental. You need to understand these things. And most of the time, because we are not taught or educated around these things, we enter into those domains and we are lost, whatever that is going on. So you see that there is a form data, there is a payload, okay? And you can even see a preview of the page here. So in actual sense, this form posted this data. Are we good? We'll be wrapping up soon. So I just want to know, are we good? Are we good? More thumbs up so that I know we are good. No one is confused. Great, great. So you can see all the images, but you see, this form itself, we can do a lot of funny things in here, okay? Someone can do a script tag just like this. Let me see if it will work. There's a lot of security issues in here. I can say, hello, you. Gotcha. And then I can come in, type in my name, type in my email, and I hit boom. Okay, let's check it and see. It was able to sanitize it. So we are thankful. Nowadays, browsers are becoming very smart. There was a time you could just do this and then the JavaScript will run. You see, because this is actually a JavaScript file I just ran it through. Okay, just I wanted to check whether it would work. Good. So there is data. This is data coming in. And you see, it is a key value data. Name this, email this. You see, and you can see it as a string here. Okay. You can see it as a string there. Okay. Now, for those that joined in the morning, you remember I was saying that when we communicate with our browser, the browser takes the data and communicate down. So you see, this is a request URL. We are requesting something. And what was the method? The method is what? Posts. Okay. The method is what? Is post. And what file are we sending? It is what? An HTML document. And look at the time we logged it in. And the browser that we use to make that request. Are you seeing it? So all this data is available in the browser. I guess we've learned quite a lot today. All right. Okay, so at this juncture, right, now we've touched on the contact. Let's see if there is any other stuff we have to do with the plan. Okay, so we are done. We are done. It says we should have an email link. Good. So let me add the email link. I could add it at the bottom here, and I will say a.mail. Now, let me show you something. So you can say Ralph. In fact, let me show you something first over here. Action. So we could say mail to. Okay, mail to maybe dot. So let's say xyz@gmail.com. Now let's look at what is going to happen next. I just added this. So I could say Ralph, my email. And then I'll hit enter. Boom. Oops. What happened? I think it should email something. Let me go and check what has happened. Okay. Wait. Or maybe I'm not getting it right. The action can get mailed to. Okay. If it doesn't, however, let's still come. Maybe I have to check with that one. So we have the anchor, we have href, and then we have mail to again here, where we can say maybe xyz@gmail.com. And then we could say email me here. Now let's look at it. Oh, I'm on a different page. It's not even showing. Hold on. Okay. The file is not showing. Maybe let's just refresh. Good. Let's see if this is going to work. Yeah, so you see, it's trying to email. So you see, it has opened my Gmail account. You see it? And it has copied the email, the information, and I can just type in and then send it. So, oh, you can see, sorry. Good. I'm going back again so that we can all see. Let's look at the code first of all. This is the code. Over here, I entered the action mail to ralph@use.com. I just put in a dummy email over here. And I also have an anchor link that is saying mail to, okay? Okay, now let's come here. Okay, now I'm going to enter maybe Jess Bills at jessbliss@gmail.com. I'm just trying out. Okay. Now, when I hit send, you see, because of the action, which is mail, now it's going to open my Gmail, which is a default on the browser, and then allow me to submit this email to that. And you can see my email, which is what? ralph@use.com, what I just inputted over there. Can you all see it? Please, if you've been able to do this, congratulate yourself. If you've been able to do this, congratulate yourself. Good. So the last thing we look at too is the email here. You see that with the email, I also use the same, instead of putting in something, I said mail to. There is a special phrase you have to use, mail to @xyz@gmail.com. Now let's see what is going to happen with it. So when you hit email here, you see that one too, it is going to open again. And then xyz@gmail. And that is it. Are we good? So right now, earlier on, my intention, so I think for now I can halt a bit and then we can have some small discussions. So earlier on, my intention for doing this was that we were to be able to get it done, finish everything. I felt like it was going to be a fast crash course whereby we could touch on. Oh, yeah, there are services that are there that you can send the email directly to the site, okay, or the blog. Yes, and that will be done if we were using some server-side language like PHP, Python, and then we'll process the information and send it. HTML is not the typical programming language that you always know. It is a markup language. So the functionalities are limited to just marking up your content. But then we can do a lot of things with other advanced or higher forms of languages like PHP, HTML, JavaScript. In fact, we could even have used JavaScript to send the data across the network, okay? But so the JavaScript would communicate with the browser and the browser will ship it out into the network. I hope, Alice, it's okay. Good. Now, one last thing I will introduce you guys to is that, you see, as you can see over here, our files are becoming many. and they are quite difficult to even track. So we need to look out for what? Organization. And so instead of just dropping them here, we can create folders. So a folder that contains images, I could say images, and drop, or someone will say, okay, instead of images, I'll even use media. Any name you feel like is best to use. And I'll drop the media files, the image files, the dev file, all those image files, I'll drop them in here. Okay, now watch something. If we go back to the website, okay, so I've not done anything to the code, though. I've just changed. If I go back to the website, you see that the image is broken. It is broken because the path to this image does not exist anymore. So what do I have to do? I have to update the path. So wherever there is an image, so let's go to index. If there is an image, it means that now you are to look into the current folder and look for a folder known as media. And in media, you will find this. Same thing applies here, media, and then you will find it. Media, then you will find it. You see, so if we go back again now, and then we refresh, now they come. So you can see that we are now organizing our files. Okay, and it's a bit neat. You see, we are not scattered. Someone could, who is, serious organizer, could, within the same folder, would say, okay, there should be videos which are separate. Okay, so I'll drop my video in this, and then I'll create images which will be separate. So all the images, I'll drop them in here. So now back again, where there is video, I'm going to write video slash. Good. And where there is image, there's going to be images slash. There's going to be what? Images slash. So now this is organization. And that is also one good way in which a developer evolves. So we have better organization. You can see that our images are showing, our videos are showing. Are we good? Thumbs up if we are good. Great, 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 great. Now, so we have this, we have this. So we have our media, we have our, very good. So with this, we've covered, in fact, I can say that we've covered about, let's say 70 to 80% of HTML that we should know to really start doing stuff. But you know that it is not over. We need styles. We need to see different shapes, different colors. And that is where the CSS come in. Now, earlier on, I was thinking that when I was preparing for this, I thought a whole day we can be able to get so many stuff done and we could move on. And that was also because I made the assumption that, okay, we could get a lot of people who already are programmers. But what I've also observed is that many of us needed this. Many of us needed the basics to be able to know what this whole thing is about, and to also to demystify and remove any fear from our hearts that we too can actually do it. For your exercise, you can create a folder called pages, right? And you can drop them in. You can drop all your pages in and just leave the index out. Now, when you come here, what do you think would have to be here? I have to add what? Pages slash. You see, I can do pages slash, pages slash, pages slash. So by doing this, now you see there is organization. And it's easy for you to know how to edit your work. So if I go back to my home, I can go to my about. Now it says blog pages about this file cannot be saved. Let's go and check whether we are right. Sometimes we could be, sometimes we are not right. So let's see. We are looking out for dot pages. Oh, wow. We did not copy it to the right place, you see? And this can happen a lot. So instead of panicking, you just have to check what is logical, what is going on. So we can go back again. And now we just have to refresh and we are back. Are you seeing it? So you can have our articles showing. Oh, because we are the other pages, we've not linked them right. So that's why we are getting that. Good. All right. So right now I'm a bit confused because my whole point was to finish the CSS. Okay, we have 1 hour. Are we good? Are we good? It says CSS on Sunday with JavaScript. And then I'll collapse. Then I'll collapse. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, so what we can do is that if we have to do it tomorrow, wow. The timing might be a problem, and the possibility of we finishing it might also be a challenge. Okay. Okay, well, we will look at CSS. I'll try my best that tomorrow we can look at CSS. I'll try my best. So that we, but tomorrow is Sunday. I wish we could all rest. But for those who have joined us and who do not know me or some of the people in the group, the point is that we are about to have a boot camp, a mega one, where we'll be building more serious projects too. And this is going to serve as our fundamentals. So if you're unable to take this course, when it gets there, you would find it a bit difficult because you'll be dragging a bit behind. You see it. So I'll be making this video available. It will be on a public channel. Earlier on, I was thinking not to, but I'll make it available. It will be publicly available for anyone to access. Okay, maybe I might upload it on YouTube or something like that. Then you can easily go there and check it out. Okay, so if you have any challenge, if you don't understand anything, you can also send me an email. You can send me a WhatsApp and I'll respond to it. Okay, I'll respond to it. So just keep so for those of you who joined us, keep your emails in check. I might be sending you updates from time to time. If tomorrow we have to meet, we'll be using the same link. And probably if we have to meet, then we'll have to start a bit early. Let's say latest by 12 or 1 o'clock we are on, because if we start at even by 1, it means that we just have 4 hours to just finish everything. And I'll be honest with you, we can't exhaust everything. So the truth of the matter is that, hello, can you hear me? Abigail, can you hear me? Okay, good. So come 28, I'm thinking that hopefully 28th of November, we would have a physical version of this. I'm planning on something. So if we would, I would send you emails, send you information about it so that you can also prepare for it. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do the first one in Accra, and maybe in December, we'll do the major boot camp in another region, whereby it would help us to also travel and also see and also enjoy life, not just, programming without fun. Programming is fun. Okay, so we'll do that. So let's see, God willing, tomorrow. And please, what you have learned today, don't keep it on your desktop and say you are a developer. No. Go back from the beginning. In fact, if I were you, I can just pick this plan again all by myself and try to rebuild everything again. Rebuild everything from scratch and try to see if I can remember certain things. And things I don't remember, go to the notes I've sent you, check the various links in there, review them, and then I believe you can be able to understand what is going on. I hope you get me. So if you put it aside, we'll meet tomorrow and it will still be like we've learned nothing. And it'll be like we've wasted our time. So please and please and please and please, just get yourself out there. And please, today that you've enjoyed it, share it with your friends. Let your friends also get hooked onto it. Let them join, okay? So that, I mean, we can also have more members and more, we can build the community. So don't just keep it to yourself. There is nothing you gain by keeping it to yourself. Share it with others. Share it with your friends that they may not even have IT background, but they have interest in programming. Share it with them. I think we've all learned a lot, okay? We've learned a lot. So do that also to others. Just share it with people, share it with everybody that you can share it with, and let them join us, God willing, tomorrow. I think God willing, tomorrow, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I should be online and we can have our final class with CSS and JavaScript. And to be honest, that is where the fun is. So if you don't join, you are doing yourself a lot of harm. CSS and JavaScript is where you are going to really manipulate your pages. Like right now, as we are here, let me just tease you a little bit. I could just say, okay, I could just say something like this, style, and then I will say body, then I will say background, and then I will say pink. Okay, good. I'll say margin 0 auto. Okay, display flex, display justify center. All right, now let's look at what is going to happen. I'm just teasing you a little bit, just a little bit. Now you just see it just right now. See how things have been formatted on the page just with just small shortcuts that I just wrote. You see it? Are you getting there? Hello, can I get some thumbs up? No, and now please, you can also unmute. No, okay, it's fine. But can you see it? Yeah, just right now, okay? We can do so many stuff with CSS. So many stuff. And it would amaze you the things you can do, okay? The site I showed you, I built it yesterday and I uploaded it, everything today. And even with this very site, we can just upload it right now, okay? But we need to take things one step at a time. But I'm trying to let you know that you are just scratching the surface now. And there is a lot to learn. And there's a lot I want to give. But if you are also not going to really push yourself, you can't really benefit. Are you getting it? If once you get home, when you realize that there is a challenge, you are struggling, be patient. Sometimes move away from the laptop. Come back again, okay? Don't be glued to the laptop 300 hours. No. Sometimes you see that you are not getting it. Go back, come back again. You see that, oh, there is a small problem. And then you would have seen it. You see it. So, and this is what developers are doing these days. We can do gold, okay? Just some nice, interesting colors and we are good to go. You see, we are really good to go. It's not so complicated. It's not so complicated. Yeah, it's not so complicated, and you can actually do a lot with what you have learned right now. Okay, so God willing, tomorrow 1 o'clock, I'll meet you guys. But I'm expecting that God willing, tomorrow the number of people joining who are going to be with us till the end. You are the top group, 13 people till now, who are going to join us till the end. Will be more than 30 or 50. Okay, so go back, read the notes, and God will meet again. Any question? Any question? All right. Okay. So with that said, I would beg of your leave and we would meet tomorrow. Okay. All right. Okay. Adios. Okay. So once I will send the unedited version of the video. I'll put it out there for you to go and check it. But once I edit it, I would share it with you properly. All right. Okay. So have a lovely evening and keep coding. Bye. Now I'm trying to.